what is interest of God? We have to find out how did it happen. When he started Pathamandiram in 1950, even before that, Pathamandiram started somewhere in 40s, because in 50 Prashanti Mandir was on common. So that time he had made Pathamandiram is a shed-like structure, which was the first mandir Bhagwan had made, in which as a young boy he would go and start doing assemblies and prayers. He himself used to decorate the altar. All the village ladies would come and they would make garlands, and Swami himself would make garlands. So the ladies have told us that he was very fast. He would make quick garlands, and very different varieties of garland he will make. Combination of flowers and all that he would make. So he would make garlands and put it on his photograph. Can you imagine? God has to even teach us how to do worship. So he would do everything, organize everything. Then sometimes he'll sit with them to sing bhajan. Sometimes he'll come and sit in the chair and do bhajan. Receive bhajans. So that time it was a drama like that. I'm sure you could have seen some pictures also where Swami is sitting with the devotees. An altar is in front of him. So he had no hang-ups. Because for him everything is same. All is one. So he can do anything he likes. But he taught. Then in those days, he would take the camphor and do aarti to himself. His own altar he will do aarti. So like that he started till some priests were hired and he called them. They learned and they started doing aarti to Swami. So Bhagwan has done even that. So when he said do aarti, he first himself did aarti to his own picture. See, isn't it beautiful? Our Lord's journey of life. And there the one Pandit was Mr. Bhatt. If you have been to Puttaparthi in 80s, probably you would have seen him. He was a tall priest in Mandir who was doing all the pujas in the morning. And he has been with Bhagwan for a long time, he remained. And he was also one of the professors of Veda Pathshala. When in 62 Bhagwan started the school of Vedas in Mandir. So he was head of department. And the principal was another Rishi called Kamadhani Garu. Kamadhani Garu knew all the four Vedas by heart. And his claim to fame was that he could read Vedas in reverse order. We can't do it one side. He used to do reverse order also. And he knew it by heart that if you tell him something, he will quote you the line and the page number where it is written. So that was the depth of the knowledge and grip on Vedas. Kamadhani Garu came to Bhagwan as a priest, invited to do some puja, some havan. And when he interacted with Bhagwan, his heart said he has found God. And he never went back to his home. He left everything and stayed till the end. And we have a story for him that one day Bhagwan, he took him in his car to his village. And come up there and didn't get down from the car. Swami went to his house and he was sitting in the car. And Swami said, why are you not coming? He said, Swami, I have left everything. So now I don't know house belongs to me. Then Bhagwan had said, okay, you're not going to your house, you're following me. Then he came behind Swami. Because Swami is going, he has to follow Swami. He went to his own house as a tourist, as an outsider, and stood at the gate. Look at the caliber of a devotee. Look at the surrender of a devotee. So such people were around Bhagwan. So this Bhatt, priest, Sri Bhatt, he used to always sit with us during the bhajan. And as a curious student, we used to ask him sometimes. And he would joke with us and tell us some things about Bhagwan. So from him, I learned a little bit of how he does aarti to Swami. Because when Bhagwan is standing there, you don't see him how he's doing. We only see it Bhagwan. And Bhagwan sometimes will just get up, turn and go off. So it is so quick. So his aarti pace is very fast. But closing was in his control. Bhajan starting time is fixed, closing time was never fixed. But normally Swami would close at the time when he has decided. So later on it became half an hour, but in 80s it used to have 2-hour bhajan, 1.5 hour bhajan. So can you imagine, morning we start 10 o'clock, it will go on till 11:30 or sometimes 12. So that was Bhagwan's style. So that time Bhagwan would start bhajan, and when he finishes, I'll tell you how he closes also. So when he finishes the bhajan, immediately Aarti must start. So he would be ready, and he had a camphor mixed with ghee or something like that. So very solid, ready he used to be. So as soon as he will see that Swami has indicated for Aarti, he'll light and run. And many times Swami, I'll tell you how he does it. I'm sure you may not know how Bhagwan used to close bhajans. Anybody knows here? Nobody knows. Okay, I'll tell you. It's a very beautiful scene. Bhagwan's closure of bhajan used to be, he would push his stool back. So the footstool where Swami's feet is there, he will just push the stool back. And the moment he pushes it, wherever you are in the bhajan, whether bhajan is closed or not, if bhajan has started, it doesn't matter. If he pushes the stool back, Aarti starts. So there is no time to prepare Aarti. Like today, whatever we do, we have Aarti, and everybody is getting up and then coming. No drama. It is instant. So person who has to do Aarti is ready. Because you don't know when he'll tuck till you finished. And then Bhagwan is to play with him. He will lift his feet, but he will not push. So when he lifted his feet, he is ready. But we don't know whether he'll push or not. And that also he has done. Many times, poor fellow, as soon as he lifts, he will light. And then Swami will put the feet again and continues. So then he has to stop the camphor, what he can do. So Swami would many times play with him also and us. We also used to have fun. But general devotees might not have guessed what is the laughter, what is the giggle happening in front. Because this was a very secret thing, So only students knew that how Swami stops the bhajan. So suddenly he'll lift his finger and push it, and then he'll again sit down. So what can you do? So that's how he used to close the bhajan. So you can imagine there is no time gap between the bhajan closure and Aarti starting. So when Bhagwan would push his stool, Aarti would start. He would immediately light up, and he would start with feet of Bhagwan. So when Om Jai Jagadish starts, he will do 3 times rotation to the feet, and after that he will slowly do the whole body. So right now we don't have a form with us in presence, so I usually use the chair, because that's the uniqueness of Sai system, that we provide a chair for God. Nobody else has that process. Why? Because we have seen and believed that when we say Omkar, my Lord comes and sits. That is Bhagwan's words. So the moment you say Om first, he manifests and installs himself in the assembly. That is why dictum says, our discipline says, be ready before Omkar. Because after Omkar, he is sitting and you are walking in. So it becomes kind of disrespectful. If we understand the importance, then we will be more conscious of it. Like Omkar has started, I am late, so how will I enter without disturbing others? Because Bhagwan has said, the moment you say Om, I install myself. See the beauty of it? So these are some thoughts which Bhagwan had taught initially times, how a bhajan must be conducted, with what intent and attitude we must approach this. So he would do 3 times Aarti to feet, then to the whole body. 2-3 times till Bhagwan stands, because Bhagwan would run away fast. But 2-3 times to the chair, and then Bhagwan had indicated, now go to the altar. So then he would just, like you are starting a Swami's here, he would do the Aarti, and then he would just turn towards the altar and continue in slow motion from clockwise. Always clockwise to the altar, slowly. In that we have to be very careful that the both hands must be touching. Okay, you cannot do Aarti like this. Not that it looks bad, but from the energy perspective, your energy disseminates from your fingers. So Aarti is done like that, and we make kind of a circuit complete by touching our second hand like this. So that's why if you notice, all the priests do Aartis like that. It is like fixing the conduit right, so the energy is not lost. So it is like that, or you hold together and do Aarti, or hold like that. So usually we do with one hand, so we keep it like this. So then he will do the Aarti to the altar slowly till the third paragraph, Mangala Aarti Anduko. In that line, he will come back again and do the full, like if Bhagwan is there or chair, the whole altar. Once more, full Aarti, Mangala Aarti Anduko Mandira Giridhari Om Jai Jagadish. And then you turn around and show the flame to the public. And then that is the time when Narayan starts. Because then nothing else is left, Lord. Chanting only, your name remains, and I am gone. Bhagwan's instruction was very clear that when you turn towards the devotees to show the flame, your eyes should be on the flame. It is not like, he's my favorite friend, take extra Aarti. That's my wife, take extra Aarti. So nothing like that. We are not supposed to look at the audience. Anybody who does Aarti, his eyes should be with the flame up and with the flame down. So you just do Aarti, turn around, show it to the crowd, and then put it back again. And leave it till it automatically closes. Because it is camphor, so it will dissolve on its own. So that is the inner significance and the process of doing Aarti.